Say it in comments. Say it in comment.
Wrong.
We got to do that. We got to do it again. I won't allow it. That would have been 2 in a row.
Off.
Hey, you're listening to Say It in Common,
I drive faster than Tyrell.
where we talk about it all. I didn't even say the right thing anyway. I said with the commoners of D&D, and it's supposed to be where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. You're listening to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. I'm AJ Cannon.
Seth Temple.
Tyrell Merle.
Dustin Foltz.
There we go.
Act like we've been there before.
And this episode and every episode is brought to you, as always, by Tiger Skull RPG.
Let's go!
I do have a little bit of an announcement here, but if you don't know what Tiger Skull RPG is, you can check it out at tigerskullrpg.com. We can find all kinds of different miniatures, NPC encounters for your Dungeons and Dragons game, complete with 5th edition stats and digital illustrations, loot drops, all kinds of cool stuff. And previously, you could find them on Patreon at Tigerskull or patreon.com/tigerskullrpg, and you can for a short time. But they're going to be moving away from Patreon. So, let's see here. From Alex at Tiger Skull RPG, this is actually our last month delivering printed minis on Patreon. Our final release will feature a collection of hog bandits known as the Hoglins. This will be the last month that fans of Tiger Skull RPG will be able to collect figures on Patreon, so it's a good time to join and grab our latest and greatest figures and use our patron exclusive discount codes to My Mini Factory and tigerskullrpg.com before we start on our yet-to-be-announced Kickstarter project. So go check that out. Last chance to do so, and use some exclusive codes on tigerskullrpg.com. There's lots of other cool stuff over there. And then you can also use our code Commoners30 at tigerskullrpg.com for 30% off everything in the store that you can't get with a code off of the Patreon. So anyway, I'm excited to see what's coming in the future. I don't know what he's got going, but it's going to be awesome.
Did you ever find out what happened with his last one? Why he had to pull the last Kickstarter? Because
I don't know. It got funded. I didn't really talk to him.
It got funded, but he he's up in Canada, so and I imagine a lot of his Kickstarter people were down here in the States, and he just couldn't figure out the
logistically how to
the shipping. The shipping was killing him.
Did you talk to him about it?
I just happened to see him talking to someone else about it. So yeah.
Okay.
I guess if he's starting another Kickstarter, that means he's figuring out his shipping.
Okay, good.
That's awesome.
Well, maybe they'll do the Relics of Forgotten Sorcery because I really wanted those. Anyway, thank you, Tiger Skull RPG.
Thank you, Alex.
Go check it out. It really is worth a look. And also Torchlight Press. Not sure if there's still an exclusive deal going on with them, but check them out anyway because they've got some cool stuff.
Still haven't got a candle.
Seth still hasn't got the candle. Anyway, without further ado, well, also, you can check us out on Instagram at The Commoners Official and Facebook also. And then we're on YouTube. Our channel is called The Commoners. And then our Twitch channel is twitch.tv/commoners of DND, DND, not and. And we've been having some fun streaming on there. So, we've actually had quite a few followers. So, go check us out. Our Tiny Tina stream had a lot of people on it at one time.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we got to do.
Don't know why we haven't played since. But
we got to stream. We got to stream popular games that are brand new, and people will come watch us. Anyway, that did some good for us. So anyway, hopefully we'll be doing some more Tiny Tinas. We'll get into more Tiny Tinas talk here in a little bit because I'm.
Sounds like my wife is going on a little vacation with her family next weekend, so I might could play like 4 days in a row.
Let's do it. If this is out before then, I'll make sure it is, just so they know to tune in. Yeah, but if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, we always post when we're going to be streaming because it's kind of sporadic because we have lives like normal people. So, follow us so you can know when we're getting on and subscribe to us on Twitch. Now, let's keep it coming.
Or the new name, AJ Rants.
Yeah, I'm not really going to rant. Anyway, last episode of the campaign.
Last game was so fun for me.
What was it, episode 32?
How long since we fought something? Y'all have not fought anything
5 or 6 episodes
since y'all got into Galeport.
No, they fought in Galeport. Remember, it was the episode I missed.
Oh, we smashed those couple dudes.
It wasn't even really a fight.
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
It was the big birds. the big birds that took Rask.
That was like
7
Yeah.
episodes ago or something.
Yeah, that was. I could probably tell you.
The first one was rough, but then the other one was the
real one.
It got earthbound.
it got earthbound. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna look and see.
I'm loving Tecaquitha so much. Like, what's going on?
And that was you
with
just
it.
made that up.
Yep.
Like,
Best part of the game so far to me. I think.
did you not have some type of idea of like kids disappearing and stuff like because of what we might know about?
Kind of like it's always been in the background because of who Elizabeth Bathory was in real life.
Okay.
So yeah,
But I mean, like with the stuff that we saw at that party and stuff that in the stained glass and all that.
totally ripped that off of Curse of Strahd.
Okay, well,
Because in
still,
the murder house, like the wallpaper and stuff, kind of has those little figurines that if you look at it, you don't really notice it. But then if you get a high enough score, you like, oh, that's grotesque.
Okay, so well, see, we were expecting stuff like that after seeing that, and then like that goes right into this whole orphanage thing. Like she's got some type of deal, or there's some elites that have some type of deal with the orphanage, and they're buying children.
It was definitely interesting role playing.
We're putting a couple 2 and 2s together here.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were at the orphanage, so what does that mean for Gillard?
It was crazy. Definitely exposed a lot, and he's kind of just out in this lie now that he has to maintain. And I just got to be careful with like everything I say or do. So I'm just trying to approach this from a position of authority, and if at any moment I back down, I run the risk of being put against the wall myself. So it's just like, look, just keep up the force and don't go too far unless you're ready to really make some game changing moves. So I wasn't ready to make that decision on my own. So I was just like, I finally did. I was forced to back down, which surprised me because since when does an orphanage owner have this much like authority? Or like, I mean, like it doesn't matter who her backers are. There's a man that's like 2 foot taller than her. That she is convinced is the voice of the king himself. The thing that everyone in this empire fears or respects, or both. And she just won't back down. And honestly, it surprised me as a player. I was like, man, I really hate Seth. I really
hate my NPCs.
I always hate your NPCs because your NPCs are as stubborn as you are.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's obviously like a conflict of interest, because if you're saying that you're the voice of the king, and then she's obviously operating with somebody that's very high up, which could only be
Bathory herself,
right?
Yeah.
So otherwise, you would think
I got to come at it. If I end up going back to the orphanage in a
That's what I want to ask. You said if just now, but like listening to the thing today, you said she has to die within the next 48 hours.
Yeah. Well, because I can't, it's like the more my presence gets spread around, the more danger I become.
Yeah.
Because eventually someone's going to know.
So we can assume that y'all will be going back to the orphanage tonight.
I definitely need to. I just don't know where the party's
I think that would be the next thing on the to-do list if everything goes well at Dewberry's house.
That's the thing is I'm going to Dewberry's because I'm not a stealthy guy. So I
think we all decided at the end of last game we're just going to Dewberry's. Together.
Oh, dude, that's right. We did.
We're not going to patrol. We're not going to go to the orphanage. We're going to go to Dewberry's. We're going to sort it straight out.
And hit the orphanage in the morning. That's right.
Now here's another question, which we need to talk about this with everybody. Are we going to try to kill Dewberry? What would Corvus do? Because it said we could do either or, intimidate him or.
I mean, Corvus probably. I don't know. He probably would kill him.
No matter what, his mission is to kill him, because that's on the table. Or would it be like, I figure he'll get caught up in the battle. Like if we're fighting against Dewberry, it's probably not going to be an option.
I imagine as a merchant, unless Seth has this guy as like a hardcore battle class and we're just unaware of it, as a merchant, I fully expect him to run. But I guess we won't know until the time comes.
I wonder
the circle did say that he was not going to be an issue.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like, so in what way? Like that?
He said that he would have muscle. He's
probably a non-combatant, which means he's probably CR 0 with 4 health.
So we're gonna have to fight his dudes. Is the issue?
Yeah.
But when we can assume Seth has beefed him up since last time because we wrecked him.
Yeah. The question is does he have a way of escaping within the house, and how far will that escape get him? So
We need to try to get to him without,
Right, we
it
wanna
needs to
get
be
him.
stealthy.
Like it's that like whole do you split the party, because what we should do is y'all watch like Yu Yu Hakusho or any of the old animes where it's like bad guy, okay, you stay fight him, the rest of us we move forward, you stay fight him until basically it's the main character against the bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone gets stripped away to fight these mini bosses one-on-one until finally
Interesting way the game would be. That would be. It'd be a fun campaign, actually.
it would be fun, but it would be so stressful for the players because most monsters can't be killed in a one-on-one situation. They're designed to overcome a small. That's why you struggle so much, is because there's like a million of us, and you
Yeah.
have one of you. And the only way you can get an edge is if you give them legendary reactions, which really is.
I've not done yet.
Have you not? I thought you gave somebody like 2 turns or something.
I beefed up the Capper Demon, but it wasn't really legendary reactions. It was just a
gave
cool
him two.
modified boss fight. It's where you get someone who's weak and then you buff them up. Like it was.
You gave him a reaction on like 18 and
he
12 or
got 4
something.
turns. He got a turn on 20, 15, 10,
Oh,
and
okay.
5.
Okay.
But two of those were full turns, and then 2 of those were just half turns where he could either move or hit like one or the other.
I really liked that. I thought that was really interesting, dynamically.
I mean, because it's hard. Because when you've got a single opponent versus a party, that opponent either has to be so difficult, he's taking one of us down every turn. Honestly, not every other turn, every turn. Otherwise, we will completely overpower him and kill him instantly. Like that's just how like one-sided D&D can feel sometimes.
Oh,
I understand Rudy a lot, like getting up.
I don't understand his magic aversion, but everything else. I mean, I've always known D&D as a meticulous balancing act. Like I'm running Dragon Heist for my students, and they're still in chapter 1. We've played 3 times. They like to peruse. That's super cool. And they're in the Xanathar Guild, which is the end of chapter 1. They're on their way to finding Floon, and then when that's done, they'll be awarded a house, and that's the start of chapter 2 is them getting to see their house. Yeah. And so they're in the middle of the Xanathar Guild. And they had to it's just they finally killed the human players, and I told one of them, my student who's playing assassin, I said, "Well, your character just killed their first human. How do they feel?" And she just looked at me. She's like, "That's not the first person they've killed." I was like, "Okay."
You don't know my backstory.
yeah. I was like, "You're just a rogue. You're not an assassin." Not yet, but yeah, it's been a blast playing with them. But yeah, they definitely get sidetracked. And when my other coach isn't there, Coach Willis, he's played with us twice now, but he wasn't there for that 3rd game. Oh my god, have you seen the Dragon Heist book, Seth? Okay, have you seen the Xanathar Guild hideout? There's a spot where they're in a water like a sewage passageway that's a circle, and there's a hole where a goblin can see them. He's supposed to be asleep. Well, they're not moving stealthily, so they're so he woke up. He looked in. He has dark vision. I lit them up with this goblin. I nearly put 2 of them down with a goblin shooting an arrow through a hole.
They're level 1, I assume.
They are level 1.
Yeah.
But the problem is, they're just like, what do we do? Let's all just stand here and discuss. So I was like, does a 13 hit? Does an 18 hit? Does a 16 hit? And every couple of 15, 20 seconds, I'd be like, does a 14 hit? And I just pick whoever's in front. I actually took down my player, my student who's a sorcerer. But the problem is, right before that happened, my druid walked up to the hole and used poison spray. And I was like, okay, that missed. And then I took down Kylan. But he's like, wait, it's supposed to be a con saving throw, not dex? And I was like, crap. The goblin has a +2 dex, but a +0 con. And he failed if it was con. So I was like, oh, okay, you killed him, actually. So he used something creative use of a really, really terrible spell.
Is this their first time playing all of them?
Well, they've mostly just played on their own, like with one of them as a DM, and just... No, this is their first time playing like a structured module.
Yeah, that's cool. Totally, Kyle.
And I have a ton of players. I'm definitely dealing with what Seth deals with. I have more players than I have table space, and that's because so far I've always had at least 2 people absent. And I've still had 7 people at the table.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I was like, "Hey, a couple of y'all guys want to play D&D?" And then it's like, "We all want to play D&D." Oh,
is it just your esports kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But they all listen to our podcast.
They're the ones that are hopping in on our Twitch every now and then. I know Collier listens to the podcast. He listened to it when he went on vacation a while back.
Yeah.
I don't think he's made it very far yet because our podcast is really long. He's like, I don't want to jump straight to where y'all are because I don't want to miss stuff. He's like, but I also don't have the time to catch up.
No,
that
I understand
quickly.
it. I can understand. Now he said he liked to say it in common, so
Yeah,
he'll
oh,
probably
yeah,
be
yeah.
listening to this. So
Yeah, he said he's listened to actually more than Say It Comes, I guess, because they're shorter.
yeah. Shout out Collier.
Yeah.
Keep destroying it, smash.
That's right.
Oh yeah. We had a tough day. We had a tough day for Wednesday.
Yeah, I forgot to watch. I didn't get
double
to tune in.
loss. It was hard. It was hard on
man.
them. Yeah.
I told Dustin I'd love to like play against them
And
just
just
to get
just get
absolutely demolished. It'd be embarrassing.
They'll do it and they'll love it. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not super good. I mean, we played on your GameCube a few times. It's really fun, but I wasn't any good at it. Tyrell's pretty good
Or no, that was Melee.
at the GameCube. Anyway. Oh, and I just remembered earlier. This week we surpassed 3,000 listens on the podcast. So shout out to the listeners.
Shout out to y'all.
I thought that was pretty cool. We were moving kind of slow there for a while, but we haven't been uploading very often. So, we're still talking
Is
about
that
the
the, all of
campaign.
them combined, or is that like just the one with the highest?
No, that's all of them.
All of them combined.
Yeah, but we've got people in the low episodes right now that are. Yeah,
That's
so-
awesome.
I always like to see that because it's going to be consistent listens for a while if they're into it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess people like it.
Pretty good story.
And we've got. I break down the stats every now and then and kind of go back and look and see like how many people are actually caught up. And we've got a pretty good number of people that are listening to the episode when we put it out. It's like 30 or 40 that are caught up.
Wow.
So that kind of fired me up when I looked at that. And when you go back and look at like the older episodes,
I wish they would let us know who they are.
yeah, I know. Follow us on Instagram.
Please send us an IM.
Long time listener, first time follower. But
Yeah, I always let my students know when we play Twitch too. So I imagine that 9 we had. I imagine at least half of that was probably my students.
well, good, fine.
So it was
Don't care
awesome.
who they are.
Yeah, because I know some of them are interested
children.
in Tiny Tina's. Some of them are playing Borderlands 3 right now.
Oh, yeah?
on their they play on computer though. So, but Tiny Tina's, I said, look, if y'all get it, we can play. I don't care what you got because Tiny Tina's is cross-platform. So
Yeah. Okay, we're still talking about the campaign.
Kyle, do you have anything you want to talk about with the orphanage? Any? Like,
I don't think so. I think we pretty much abandoned those children, right?
What?
No,
No.
we're going back. No, you were throwing them in the air and dropping them on the ground and giving them the playtime that they deserved.
Yeah, I didn't know we were going back though.
Well,
Let me ask this real quick.
We need
For y'all two, Kyle and Dustin, why are y'all two so obsessed with these kids? Like, why does this matter so much?
Well, because kids came through the academy sometimes, and their lives were, taken over by everything the Empire represents.
And you just had to sit there and watch because you were undercover. Okay. Why does Rask care?
I thought it was the story. I thought that's what like Seth wanted at
Oh,
first.
he thought he was on railroads.
a great player.
Because the thing is, like, it was all about these children getting eaten. So I thought that was like the.
Well, I think it is. It's going to get there, and I think that's why Rask is so, he's like, "Oh, these kids, they're getting eaten." That's what your idea is.
Right.
But like
I thought we were supposed to save all the children, man.
does Rask have a backstoried reason why he cares so much about children?
I think he's just got really bad ADD, man. He's just trying to figure stuff out.
He's just
you know what I mean?
basically.
Does Rask have any backstory at all? Do you know where Rask was before the game?
No, he drank a lot.
He's
I would say he was an orphan for sure, right?
so he's a monk from the Inkling when it was not a faction that was anti-government. He was in this group of monks that lives in the mountains.
Right.
Well, how did he get there?
He was an orphan.
Yeah,
They just took him in?
He's picked up. Yeah,
He ran away from Tekakwitha.
nobody wanted this little cracked out ADD kid, run around chunking stuff.
So then it only seemed natural for him to join the anti-empire faction.
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah,
Because he's such a good fighter. Like,
right. And he's a little sadistic. You know what I mean?
He's just
He's a little
looking for the
nuts.
problem.
I would say that's from being on the streets for too
He
long.
also has all of our magic items.
That is true.
including the Phoenix now.
It's hilarious. I love it. But probably my favorite line of the entire campaign is whenever we went to the Inkling and we were there the first night, and Rask said we could all stay at his house. And I think Dustin said, "Oh, you live in a monastery or something?" He said, "No." He said, "There is a monastery, but they don't allow me to stay there anymore." He just said it like it was. I mean, without missing a beat, said that like it
Kyle's
was
a great
fact.
improv player for
He
sure.
is. He's great. Kyle, we're glad you're here, man.
Hey, dude, I love being here.
Youngest player in the group.
Dude, yeah.
It's so weird. It does not seem like it. Not that you seem old,
Who
but
seems like the youngest?
I would have thought it was me.
I would have thought AJ, yeah.
It's me and you. We're close.
You got a better beard.
Well, genetic, you know.
AJ's just so immature.
I think I look older than you,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just thought you were. I thought you were around Seth's age. I didn't know you were mine.
Wow, that's a hit, man.
And then Tyrell and Cameron are 1 year older than me, not even a year older than me. So we're all pretty. Us four are pretty close, and then y'all are like a step above us.
He's older than I am.
I think I'm the oldest one, unless Tate's older than me. I think I'm
No,
the
him
oldest.
and Seth are the same age.
Then yeah, I'm a year older
Ryan's
than
2
Seth.
years older than Seth. How old are you?
And then Ryan's older than me.
He's 31 probably right now.
Yeah, I'm 30.
Oh, okay. So Ryan's old, the old chap.
I honestly wouldn't have thought Ryan was older than me either. So that's kind of crazy.
Okay, so here's me when Seth was saying I was going to rant.
Oh, cool.
I mean I've sat here and stewed on it since the last game.
I completely understand Quincy's point of view.
I appreciate
but
that.
I also, but you also have to recognize that if your friend, let's say you were actually just visiting and not here to do unspeakable things to Bathory. You know, you were actually just here on an actual vacation with your friends, and you find out your old troop is involved in trying to overthrow Bathory. You can't tell me you wouldn't get involved. So I feel like your anger towards Seth for them wanting to get involved is a little misguided.
My anger isn't towards Seth.
It was last time.
It is a little bit because he keeps bringing them in, and especially because I know, but you didn't even make them. I did. It's not like I would be ruining your ideas.
It's true, but
I mean, you did bring them to life, but like it's not like you. It's not like it's we're bypassing the
Should I point
academy.
out that? Should I point? Whose NPC was your first girlfriend? Was that
Bridget?
Yeah.
That was Seth's.
Oh, okay.
But she wasn't even really my girlfriend. She was just a girl that he liked.
Okay.
But anyway,
she was that he killed her.
That's PTSD, and it's pretty messed up of you.
I know Seth is. I mean, I was a little bit frustrated. Seth keeps bringing him in. The main reason I was frustrated about that is because I took the time to write out a very well thought out letter of everything Quincy wanted to say to Genzi and left it there, and I gave it to him to read. And then last game, he's not acting like I did it, and I said, "What did I say in my letter?" He goes, "Oh, I forgot about the letter." So.
But wouldn't you still show up if Shinji had wrote you a letter?
I wouldn't have went searching for me.
You absolutely would have because you have feelings for the girl.
I don't know. I don't know. Quincy's on another level right now, and he's scared to death that people are going to get hurt.
Especially if you're the combatant. Like if you were the combatant like you are in this story, and you just happen to be like on vacation, but you're still the barbarian bard that you are.
I probably would get involved.
You'd totally
but
get involved.
It's also a situation where Quincy is he's trained. He's a fighter. It's not like if his friends were like fighters, it would be one thing if Bruce wanted to get involved. Heard what we were doing, is like, oh, I'll give you my hammer. Yeah, he's a soldier. But Genzi and Sybil coming around, they could just get carried off and never to be seen again very easily. If anybody knew what we were up to. And the more time they spend, like, we're causing a lot of disturbances. And if they're seen around us, they know immediately, whether it be the Circle, whether it be the Black Cloaks, whoever, that they saw us around. If they want to blackmail us, they can easily just go find Genzi and Sybil. They probably already know who they are. I mean, Genzi is a slightly popular actress, and Sybil is the fortune teller, so I'm sure everybody knows who she is.
Everybody knows she's right.
But anyway, what Quincy is going to be mad about now, nobody ever listens to him. I feel like I talk more than everybody else, and like Quincy would feel like maybe he's a little bit of the leader or like the higher tier, and nobody respects his wishes at
We
all.
just let you stand on the platform. We don't actually listen to what you say.
Because as soon as he leaves his friends show up, he says, "No, y'all leave." And as soon as they go to try to leave, everybody's like, "Oh no, stay." Like, why is nobody on his side about it?
I would have to strongly disagree because I was actually talking to Seth about this the other day. You and Tate have very strong influences on how I play my game personally. Yeah. Like, because I at all times am ready to kill somebody. Like, at all times. Like, I would have murdered those 2 kids if I'd have had the chance. I'd have murdered it. I am not kidding. So I, like, take what you guys say, like, it's very personally. And you guys, I definitely appreciate the words that come out of y'all's mouth, and it cracks me up. But you guys do, in a way, keep me in line because I really would just murder everything. So,
well, I mean, that's good to know, and I feel like we know that. And like
He's told me many times, like, I'm just gonna cut loose. They're moving too slow. We got to get this thing going. I'm just gonna bust some doors down.
I love the dynamic that creates, having those people that like you feel like you had to rein in. I don't have a problem with that, and I don't have the problem with like we all have our own personality, and we're all playing it well. And Anthony's like, Buck is like, he's kind of the voice of reason. He wants to do the right thing all the time.
I can't wait till we put him in a critical,
Buck?
Yeah, critical situation. Because Anthony said that he would walk away with his character if it came to that. So eventually, we're gonna get put in that situation.
what do you mean? He'd walk away.
He like if we did something that's
the party's just
immoral.
like, yeah, if the party did something that he could not.
And I mean, when you're dealing with children murdering. I mean, I'm gonna say it. We all think they're vampires, whatever they are. They're evil, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, that's worse than vampires any day.
Guys, it's Hollywood. I don't know how y'all haven't figured this out.
Yeah.
They're grooming them.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I feel like if there's ever a location to run into an immoral situation, it's gonna be here in the what's the city we're in right now?
Galeport?
Yeah, here in Galeport is the time.
I agree with
The time
that.
to be alive.
But Quincy's like,
I totally agree with you. Like, looking further into it, like, I think after this is going to be like, there won't be any discussion needed on a lot of stuff. Like,
On a morality.
yeah, like, it's like what I have planned, kind of like, yep, that's where we're going now. That's got to
That's
happen.
the next thing.
But right here in this place, man, everyone's being pulled in every single direction. And we might lose some people. We might have lost Thrun already. Like,
Thrun's gone.
Oh man, if he hits
might
me,
lose Corvus too. Who knows?
if Thread hits me with a fireball, I'm gonna murder Corvus.
Listen, the best thing that we can hope for is that Corvus gets killed, and Tyrell has no choice but to say, Seth, can we please bring Thrun back?
What if Corvus dies and Thrin dies both?
Well, then you
what
can
if
create a new
Thrin
character.
kills
We're bringing in
Corvus?
Dexter to play.
Tyrell's just done.
You can play next campaign.
No. Tyrell can play his mentor,
Play Solaris.
Solaris. Yeah, he's like, I'm here to avenge Thrend.
I'll tell you what, I think it'd be fun to play Evelyn. She'd be a fun character.
What level is she?
Oh, she's like level 25 probably.
So all of us together probably couldn't take her down.
I've never created her. I imagine her as very epic.
Just like spellcaster, completely.
A little bit.
Interesting.
Kind of alchemist.
Yeah.
The alchemists are the worst because they don't have to worry about.
I gathered that
anything.
when she was throwing the alchemist fire.
Yeah, we knew she was an alchemist then, but I didn't know she'd be an alchemist class.
Right. I don't know. I've never built her.
Well, I just mean like when you're playing like the alchemist, if you've had time to prepare, you're like the most dangerous thing in the whole world because it's just like the bottles just don't stop coming, and it's just like stop.
Unlimited spells.
It's just
basically,
like
spells and bottles.
I missed, but it's on the ground and it's still there.
Boy, that door just ghostly opened.
Yep.
So what is your real... Oh, you already said it. No one backs you up.
Yeah, but the thing about Quincy is like everybody the way they're kind of like moral compasses. Quincy really honestly does not care if people get killed. Like he just doesn't want to do it in a fashion that gets us in trouble or exposes us.
I feel like that's Gillard's influence.
Like when we were in the Wharf of Porcelain and all that crap happened, and me and Buck were mad. Me and Buck were mad for different reasons because Buck was mad that we were doing something immoral, and Quincy was like, "This is going to get us in a jam." That's all Quincy cared about. And then, like, I don't know where.
Yeah, it put me in a really tricky situation that you weren't here that next game. I had to defend why you did something really stupid.
Why is it every time I'm not here, you guys make me do stupid things?
No, you were here to do it.
You did the stupid
You did the
thing and then
stupid
weren't
thing
there
and
for the
left.
consequences.
That's
they
me
were like,
for sure.
"Dude, why?" They were like, "You defended him destroying all his liquor." I was like, "I really don't give a shit why he destroyed all his liquor. I think that we didn't do anything that was a problem. Maybe he'll leave. Who knows?" I was just like,
No way, dude. No, no. I'm following Gillard. Like I'm learning from all you guys. I ain't taking no crap, dude. I'm taking no crap. I'm a literal powerhouse.
Why do you stick to Gillard so close?
Because he was just a tough cookie to crack, you know.
Is it because you're both from the Inkling? Did you know? Well, no, because
He's close to Vistard too. He loves Vistard.
Oh man, I love this shit.
You've got an inkling thing going for sure.
It is, and I don't even think he knows it.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I definitely.
I think Kyle just tries to be with everyone.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
well, you got to, right?
I mean,
he
he chased after you. He chased after Ernst.
"Yeah,
It's true. He's got a big heart.
Well, I'm just learning how to play but from all you guys. Like I said, I mean, I definitely take what you guys say real serious, and I like his attitude in the whole in the game. I really just adopted part of that, and I don't know.
And Rask was born.
Right? Yeah.
Kyle died and Rash was.
He was just looking for a breakout.
It's so funny. We're just watching like Rask become a character because you're just learning the game and you're just kind of coming into it. Because like when he first played with us, I mean, it was your first time ever playing the game, and you're on a podcast, and like we don't even know you. And he was just kind of reserved and quiet, and he definitely wasn't the Rask that he is
and
now.
he said things that first day here that should affect his character for the rest of the campaign, and yet I don't even think you remember.
Do you remember you saying that you're looking for the gods?
the lost gods?
That's why I try to bring up the gods as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, you have a party member that
You never talked to Tate about his god at all. Like,
I have tried multiple times. That's true. He just does not. He doesn't like want to.
what are you talking about right now? We're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Tate's real emo about his god.
Yeah, because like I am also the god of the elements, and I'm not. I'm not about to. We can be friends. It's gotta be a mutual thing here, though.
Well, there was also some conversation. I think it was at the Inkling where, Rask was like kind of upset because he's been looking for the gods all this time, and here he is talking to one, and Buck is talking to one, and doesn't have answers is the thing. He doesn't even.
Erskine was too at the time. It wasn't lost gods. That doesn't say good or bad. It's just gods.
Yeah, right.
I mean, honestly, I think Erskine had like a lost devil, but
Is Jax a god, or is he just like a fiend? Is he coming back?
I would say evil god. That's just my.
I don't know if he's god level. Why did he have so much power?
Maybe fallen god.
Because if all the other gods like can't even do anything, Tira can't do anything that Buck doesn't do, and meanwhile you got Jax like puppeteering the show.
Yeah, he's got way more abilities than her. Yeah.
So either he has a lot of followers that believe in him, so that's where his power comes from, or he's not a god and he's just like some guy that's made himself god level.
Well, I mean, when we first started this out, I think I remember you saying something like the gods kind of like get power from like prayer and stuff. Well, what if like Jax gets his power from like destruction and whatnot, of like the environment?
he also could have been getting his power from Ersk's dad at the time. We didn't know he was. Jax was hunting for multiple champions.
Actually, I'll say no. Jax just needs one.
Well, but he had two. Well,
He
one and a half.
replaced. He kind of abandoned Urus there for a little bit because he thought that Hornbeam would be more powerful.
The meanest thing Seth has done in this campaign is giving Tate forewarning that the axe was cursed because he's like, Tate, touch it, and he's like, it burns your skin. He's like, well, I'm not going to use it. And it's like, that's the only person who will, besides Urs, who now knows not to use it.
Well, y'all try to get me to use it a lot because I'm a barbarian, but I don't know.
I think you guys are absolutely nuts. Like I have so many things, and none of you guys like want any of it.
I know.
One,
The funniest line.
I'm going to ask you for something. I just got to remember what it
The
is.
funniest line from last game, like you go up to Urus, like, you got a weapon yet?
No, he's like, dude, I got a bird.
What do you mean? What are you even doing?
I have all this stuff.
Like, I'll gladly give it to you guys. Not the bird. Unless Thrin comes back, nobody's getting the bird.
Are you?
It was a borrow. No,
Dang
just
it.
gave it to you for the
that's
day.
True. You can have the bird.
I actually thought about it a lot. I was like, the biggest thing about the bird is it's a scouting and like it's an extra pair of eyes. I was like, I already have that. It's just like go Echo,
That is true.
and my Echo is like way less because my Echo dies. I just summon it back and run right back over there. But when that Phoenix dies and falls out of the sky,
It'll be a couple days.
Tyrell, do you feel like Corvus has cracked into the group? Is he one of the guys?
I think he's getting there. I don't know if he's
I
fully
do
there.
too.
or not.
I think he is.
I think if he runs up a wall and out a window again, I'm gonna kill him.
Dude, that was so funny.
That was funny last week too.
I'm at the window. he's like knocking on the door. Where's Corbett? Oh, there he goes.
Dipping out your own house.
I ain't dealing with Quincy's love life.
That was Corvus basically just dipping out because he didn't want them to see him, kind of thing. It was like getting you to answer the door because he's seen who it was.
That's true.
Did he know who it was?
Well, I've seen you guys
saw
when
the
you were
hair.
at the nest.
Yeah.
It just was so funny. He goes up, he goes out the window. And
It
goes,
is true. Like
Quincy,
you have
get the door.
posters and stuff. Yeah.
Like
And she knew probably. Well, I would imagine Jinsey would know who he is because she's seen him try to assassinate the Duchess.
Yeah.
Did you have a mask or anything?
No.
Okay, yeah, probably so. You're probably right. But still, it's your
At a
house.
masquerade ball, the only one without a mask.
The murderer.
That is true.
Nice.
and then
He was afraid it would affect his
and then
aim.
He pulls the mask off, and it's Thrin.
Yeah, that would be so great if that was.
So you're not missing Thrin at all? Enjoying
I do.
Corvus? Okay.
I do miss Thrin.
Okay.
You do miss Thrin.
I do miss Thrin.
I love it. Maybe
I
there's
have
hope.
missed the spells. I love the spells.
There's
I
hope.
love
Oh, are
the
you
magic.
kidding me? Tyra, I miss the spells too.
We don't have. Well, we have Vistrid, but as far as like a full damage caster, we don't have one anymore because Vistrid is a support caster.
Maybe I should get on board with Corvus more.
Buck support.
Less magic.
And Vistrid ain't gonna learn counterspell anytime soon at all.
Dude, we need something because we're fixing to be carrying Urist for a long time. This dude is like fresh now, right?
Thrin did not have counterspell either.
Well, yeah, but he can take it.
He can take it. He just never had it. I was intending to get it. Like
I can get it, right?
You can, but you're a split caster, so it's gonna be really tricky for you.
It's like
It's a third level spell. You have to be at least, I think.
Is it a
fifth or
wizard? Is it a
sixth.
wizard spell?
I don't know if it's a. I don't. It might be a bard spell.
I thought counterspell was a bard spell.
I said I'm not sure. If it's not though, you can grab it through wizard or for you, you'd want to grab it through
I
sorcerer.
can tell you real quick.
If you're a lore bard, that's the only way you can get it though. If it's not, if counterspell is not a bard,
I don't think
spell,
you're a lore bard, are you? Are you a valor bard?
No swords.
Swords, yeah.
Oh, okay, then
Sword
you'll only be able to
spot.
get it if it's an actual bard spell. And I'm not sure it is. I know Scanlan had it.
It's not a bard spell.
sorcerer, warlock, and wizard.
Right, he was a lore bard.
Okay. Well,
Hey, we can play without counterspell. Thrin just died.
No, he was eaten.
So how are you gonna
Thrin just
how are
died.
you gonna determine like which character you play? Just whichever one
How
dies?
the story goes, I
I
guess.
guess how the story goes.
Y'all might all love
Tyrell
Corvus.
just literally said he's gonna throw two characters at the wall, whichever one makes it to the bottom. That's what he's playing.
I love Corvus. I love like that character. I think he's actually a lot more interesting than Thrin personally. I know. That's just my opinion.
An interesting character. I think they're both interesting characters. It's just Thrin was introduced as a normal person that was easy to relate to, and Corvus was introduced as a freak of nature who I hate. So
Why do you hate Corvus? So
I
much?
hate everything about him.
Sketchy.
The walking up the wall thing pisses me off to no avail. I threw my echo at you and tried to chop you in half with a glaive.
Missed.
Yeah, I missed.
Yeah, that was.
But the class you're playing though, like I think this is psionic class, right? Yeah, those are just 6 set of classes, and you can really wreck somebody after you have a lot of bad luck, because every one builds that psionic die up to a larger die.
If
So
you roll ones,
it's a D6, right?
That's not the way it works anymore. They did away with that after.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay. Then I don't
So
know.
now it's like they get bigger as you level up.
Well, that's not as near as fun. The old way was it started off as a D6. If you roll a 1, it becomes a D8. You roll a 1 again, it becomes a D10. then a D12, and then I don't know what it becomes. But then,
if you roll a 1 on your psionic die, it gets better.
yeah, it gets better. But the reverse is also true. So if it's a D6, if you roll a 6, it becomes a 4. And if you roll a 4 again, it's gone until the next long or short rest.
Oh, that's
But ideally, what you want to do is build it up to a 12 in small fights, and when the boss comes around, you just destroy the boss with a bunch of hard hitting like 10s and 11s.
Yeah, now the way it works is like they give you a set amount of die.
So now it's just like the fighter class, superiority die.
Kind of, but yeah, I think you get a lot more die than you do with that class. Because like right now, I think I have 6 die just right now, and then like, you get more as you level up, and they get bigger as you level up. They go all the way to like D12s, I think.
Yeah, and he's a rogue, so sneak attack. In addition to these dice, there's no doubt he can do some damage.
Yeah, I love that aspect of him, but still, like the thing you always said you didn't like about Thrin was that he's not like an up close dude, but Corvus ain't gonna be either.
Corvus, I can bonus action, disengage, bonus action. What's that? It makes it a bit harder to hit.
Dodge.
The harder to hit. Dodge. Dodge action.
Uncanny dodge.
You can do all sorts of stuff with that character.
That is true, but I just still like you're not like a beefy dude.
Yeah. Do you have the movement skill? Did you grab that? That's a critical one for people who go in and out of combat. Me and him have it. Mobile, yeah.
I did not.
Do you have any feats?
I do have.
Yeah, mobile for the class that you want to play, mobile's a critical feat. Because you got, I guess you can bonus action disengage, but you need your bonus actions for other
I
stuff.
love it. I
Mobile is so
absolutely
powerful.
love mobile.
Yeah.
Especially because you don't even have to hit with an attack.
Right. Well, you
just make an attack and then move.
Yep.
And you can always move. It's just the same as disengaging. It's so good.
Yeah.
Such a good feat.
Yep. And then Seth's going to throw in that punk with Sentinel and screw everything up.
Oh, yeah.
Sentinel counters mobile. Sentinel counters disengage.
Don't give him any ideas
He knows about it.
that he didn't already have. Yeah.
He already knows about it.
Anywho, so we're about to leave to go to Dewberry's, right? That was the plan?
Yep.
That's going to be fun.
Dewberry's and then the orphanage. The question is, are we going to take everyone to the orphanage as well? Or are we going to break up and split up the party? What is your plan for
I say we just case the joint and just everybody kind of stand around.
Now I wish Kyle wouldn't have went out of his way to go and get Urus away from working.
Yeah, I know.
Cameron's not going to be here tonight.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So it would have worked out really well if he'd have just worked the whole time.
Well, he's stressing me out, dude. Now he's like back at square one, and he doesn't want weapons either.
He wants to build one.
I might just send him. He might just be like, you know what? I need to go back and talk to Helga, and that would kind of push that a little bit further.
Okay.
And we could just cut back to that next week,
Or he's
Next
just
time.
too tired.
or he's too tired.
Anyway,
Can we all get familiars in this game?
no.
So
Not
Peeky
everybody.
Peeky's kind of like a.
He's a familiar, but anybody could use him because it's just.
He's a unique familiar that we can all normally familiars have their own personalities and they can like you can choose the familiar, but they also choose you. And a true familiar can break its pact at any time. Like at any time it thinks that you are putting it in danger or not respecting its beliefs, it can leave. There are a lot of familiars.
That Phoenix would have left a long time ago.
Yeah,
Everybody can get their own.
theoretically, yeah. If the
one way or
situation was
another.
prevented, because you can have like demon and imp familiars and stuff too, and it's like
Some characters might have to take the
if you don't
acolyte feat, or
no those are not real familiars. Those are magically created familiars, and they always follow your orders, and they can be stored in a pocket dimension. Real familiars, I don't think have that pocket dimension, or maybe they do. But real familiars can break the pact at any time on the show.
Phoenix, you can't just poof it away, can you? It's always there. It's like a
No. I
tangible-
think we can. But with the magic ones though, they don't have a will of their own. They just do whatever they're told.
But the Phoenix does have a will of its own.
Right, the Phoenix. I mean, assuming Seth has it playing like a real familiar, if the Phoenix is like, you let me get attacked by a sword, that was not cool. I'm leaving, and he could just be gone forever. Because it says that when you read the familiar part of like the monster manual,
Yeah.
it says that if they ever want to leave, they can. The whole thing about having a familiar, it's a two-way street. They usually can't talk to you, but they can communicate their feelings to you.
And then if you cast it as find familiar,
That is a
you can
magically
make it whatever you want.
It depends if there's two conditions. There's the standard find familiar that the wizard spell list has, and then there's the Pact of the Chain warlock one that adds a few more options to it, like the pseudo dragon. The imp is probably one of the most powerful familiars you can get in the Pact of the Chain find familiar list, because that familiar can become invisible. But those familiars, they don't have any will. They just do whatever they're told at all times. But all the other familiar abilities still connect to them as well.
They can also polymorph into like a crow. I think it's like a crow and a scorpion and something.
Oh yeah, the imps. Yeah, imps are incredibly powerful.
Wow.
They're definitely the best familiar. Like it's hard when you want to play Pact of the Chain, because I always like playing Pact of the Chain. Like I want a pseudo dragon, but it's like, but the imp is just so good. Like, how can you pass on the imp? You know, when it has no will of its own, it can't break the pact because it's a magically created imp. And even though it's an imp, because of the way the Find Familiar spell works, you can still have it be a celestial. You can have a little celestial imp, so it doesn't trigger the the detect evil that like paladins have, because it's not really a devil at all. It's a celestial imp. So it's a hard. If you're playing Pact of the Chain and if you picked anything that's not the imp, you suffer for it. And it kind of just sucks because all the other familiars aren't as good as the imp.
I saw that Tosh has added in some kind of new invocation for warlocks for the Pact of the Chain that allows you to do something special with the familiar. It's really cool. You could already use your bonus action to make an attack, couldn't you?
Pact of the Chain is the only the Pact of the Chain warlock is the only one that can have a combat familiar.
There was something else that it did, though. I forgot what that... I'd have to look at it here in a second. Something special.
Yeah. And then the powerful thing about like the more powerful familiars, if they have abilities that do damage, they can do those. The only action they're prevented from taking is the attack action. Specifically, so they can't like go and claw someone's eyes out. But if they have like, if Seth decided to give us a pseudo dragon that actually had like a little like breath attack, it would have a breath attack. Not that he'd ever do that.
No pseudo dragons.
Phoenix already has like a firebolt type spell.
Yeah, and it can use it. From my understanding, the only restrictions to to having a familiar is they can't make the attack action. And that's because they still want to be able to make their other actions, so the imp can still go invisible, whatever other traits that they have.
Yeah.
So, like, do we have to go out of our way to get a familiar? Because I already got one in mine.
I only knew about this Find Familiar spell. I didn't know about any of that other stuff.
Yeah. There's if you're looking at the monster manual, if it has familiar, it means you can form a bond with them.
Most people won't go to that trouble.
Well, I've really been thinking, you know that one big lizard that Obi-Wan Kenobi rides? I want something like that.
Oh, well, then you need to be playing with
Like
my
an
druid from
animal
the other
companion.
campaign.
More of a mount, you know?
I remember my druid from
like 6 lizards.
What was the vampire campaign that you were just saying you got inspiration from?
Strahd?
Yeah, Curse of Strahd. My druid from Curse of Strahd could summon 9 of those riding lizards.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
Yeah. I tried to sink a boat with it.
No, it wasn't Curse of Strahd.
That wasn't Curse of Strahd.
It was,
I thought it was Curse of Strahd.
Tomb of Annihilation?
Oh, was it? Well, we never got off the boat. I thought it was Curse of Strahd.
That was horrendous. It was one of the worst D&D experiences of my life.
Hey, I thought it was fun.
The voice thing didn't work.
No, it was still fun, but we ended up
AJ
on
was so
voice
bored.
call. And then my internet wasn't working, so we had to do just a regular phone call, and it was terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Tate.
And I'm Anthony Tate, and you're listening to Say It in Common, where we talk about it all, not just Dungeons and Dragons. Brought to you, as always, by Tiger Skull RPG.
Okay, you'll have to come over here.
Now, before we dive into last session,
Boy, he knows how to make an entrance, doesn't he?
We're actually still talking about Say It in Common. So you have anything to say about the orphanage or
the current
do you want to
state of
apologize to Quincy for not listening
Not
to
ever
his
respecting
feelings at
me,
all?
and going completely against my wishes and bringing my friends into danger.
well, first off,
No, shut up.
Buck didn't do any of that, alright?
All it would have taken when Quincy told him to leave is for you and Mr. Rask over here to say, yeah, get out, and force them out of the house. That's all it
Raz
would have
just
taken.
wants you and Genzi to hook up.
Yeah, exactly. That's all he wants. And
There's so much fighting, not enough loving around here, man.
Buck is just you're not supportive. You don't support Quincy's wishes.
You know what? I think
Quincy would go to hell and back with you, and you won't do anything for him.
That's pretty messed up, Buck.
You're all over the place. You know what? I think you have a very good point.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate
But
that.
Jinzy knew where he was.
And yeah, it panned out, but I think this is one of those moments where we're just getting into this friction between Buck and Quincy. They're friends. They're gonna have friction, you know.
Yeah.
So
We
it's
always have friction.
Exactly. But it's like this whole. It's like they didn't see eye to eye on what to do with the boys, and from Buck's perspective, Quincy was being completely unreasonable.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think in this instance,
So he's getting you back.
Oh, okay.
He's giving you the receipt.
I don't see it as a revenge type of thing. It's not a malicious thing. It's just like a don't.
agreeing right now.
I don't want to see you burning down this possible lasting relationship that Quincy has in front of him. You know,
Yeah.
and like just absolutely torching that for
The mission?
yeah.
That saving the world?
Do we know that we're saving the world? We're what we're doing is we're tipping the balances of power.
Well, Quincy just thinks if we don't accomplish this mission, he's not ever going to have a life going forward with Gen Z or anybody else or anything. So if we get everybody killed while doing that, there's no point in even doing any of it.
Yeah, and not only that, but if you consider the fact that the last time Quincy got directly involved with someone that he had a love interest with, she got raped and murdered.
Yeah.
She got raped too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what was insinuated by Dan.
Yeah,
Dude,
we never said it.
I didn't realize that was
We never used the R word, but it was there.
It was heavily insinuated. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Holy
And then
crap.
Seth was like, "Yeah, that was pretty dark. I probably won't go this dark again. Here, watch while your town gets destroyed by a giant."
That's Tate's fault.
Absolutely, 100%.
I won't ever get that dark again. But now you have to go to this academy for like 3 months.
Where we
Without any
torture
way out.
people.
I found out that I like the darkness of the game.
You do. You really do. Awesome. But the thing is, like, when you're listening to it, it doesn't feel dark. Like, when we're playing, it doesn't really feel that dark, but it really is.
When Quincy talks.
When Quincy gets tortured, he just teleports out of the torture room.
That was the greatest thing that ever happened. I'm so glad I rolled
I'll be
that.
right back.
I haven't raged in so long. I don't even know when. Or
I'm sure a puff is going to come out. It's always puffs.
it's always going to be the dang.
blowing crap up. And
I sure hope we have some
everybody
combat
know
tonight.
what
I
it
really
is.
want to fight something. We leveled up, and I've got abilities I've never even.
you leveled
never
up?
even tried. Not
They're
like.
level 8.
Oh, okay.
Not since the last level up.
Oh, crap.
But like last level up, I took like College of Swords, and I haven't used the College of Sword things yet.
So it probably wouldn't make any sense for y'all to level up after tonight, huh?
No, it would.
I don't know. We've been doing a lot of
I've been level
investigating.
8 since I joined this game.
We've been doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we have done quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure my whole thing with the orphanage is that's level up material right there. Just bukus of experience.
Hey, we get XP for role play.
Maybe if you kill all the children, that's an XP farm, you know?
You should give us XP just
Do they
for
respawn?
just for following your just for following your story so well and making such great things happen. Just a courtesy level up. You
Yeah.
don't have to level us up though. We don't care.
I care.
I know because you just don't feel like the story
I
can
care
last.
because I've been level 8 for 2 years.
Okay.
So do you have anything you do want to contribute to the campaign before we move on?
No, it's too late.
I don't think. I mean, no. I'm just excited to see.
Are you sad that you haven't been able to pawn these kids off on anyone?
I am sad that the state of the world is what it is. That I've got guys that are threatening to take them and then sell them to the orphanage and then be like, well, then you deal with them. You stupid trying to pawn them off. I thought it was a good opportunity. I thought it was a good plan. Didn't pan out.
It was nice of Seth as DM to warn you that was going to happen because
Yeah.
for 100 gold, they should not have opened their trap.
The honest to goodness truth is the guy probably didn't, or he didn't want the kids, obviously, but he probably didn't want to sell them to the orphanage, which is why he just told us that, is what I was
first
thinking.
guy?
Yeah, the candle maker dude who told, or whatever it is.
Then we talked to another one, and he was like, "Yeah, sure."
that was the guy.
I thought there was two.
The
I thought I
candle
listened to two today, and there was
No,
two.
there was the mushroom dude. There was the glass miniature woman, and then we went to the artisans. And the candle maker guy was like, the academy is buying them.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I can take them.
Tecaquitha.
Yeah.
What the academy? I mean, the Tecaquitha orphanage.
I do have something. I haven't told any of y'all that Thren's communicating with me yet. Still haven't.
Yeah,
Did I ever say anything? Not the episode before either.
Nope.
Okay. When I do, what the heck are we gonna do? We're not going. There's no way. There ain't no way. Obviously, that's what Seth wants us to do.
I mean,
Dude, I will storm that castle.
I am so.
You can't
scared
tell
to do
Rask.
that.
no, dude, I'm totally scared to do it. But
I think you did tell him the first time he talked.
Did I? That's what I'm wondering. I feel like the next day I did.
yeah, it makes sense. I can't remember.
I think so. That
he's
was
still-
the night that.
And then we saw him the next. No, we saw him.
Or Horace's house.
Yeah. That was the night of, and then the day after, I think I did say something.
I can't believe that we're actually just sitting here letting Thren get mind our word.
We don't really know.
He's fine.
We don't know. We just know he's kind of acting a little. He knows he was acting a little strange.
He's acting cooler than ever.
No, you went and talked to him. You talked to him.
That's right. Yeah.
I
thought you were like, oh, here's some fine
clothes,
shirts
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
I did, and I thought he was weird. And then you said, "Well, I'm just gonna go talk to him,"
Yeah,
as
okay.
Buck, and you walked
That's
up and
right.
talked to him.
Yeah.
and everything's fine.
It just did it seem
They're
off?
in love.
Did I perceive something
not.
off?
They're in love.
So scary.
Okay, shut up.
You didn't perceive anything.
I
off.
didn't perceive anything weird.
nothing.
Okay.
But we know it's weird.
Yeah, as players.
'Cause Thren wouldn't
And that's
be doing
another thing. As a player, I want to do this because I feel like this is going to be some really cool RPing. But like,
No, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go in there.
Honestly, I
and they're
hate
gonna-
anytime I have to role play with you guys. Like, I just want to sit back and listen to y'all talk to each other. I hate. when
I
have
can
to
tell you
talk to
exactly
y'all.
how this would go. Okay, we would go in there, we would sit down at the table, and they'd ask us what we want to eat, and Rask would say, "Do you have children?" And he would be saying,
absolutely right.
he would be saying crap like that all night. It would be just little underhanded comments.
He'd be like looking at a menu or something, be like, "Oh man, I wish I had some moist children to eat." A morsel.
What about like leg of
an
6-year-old?
At this point, we know they're taking children.
Kind of.
Maybe.
No. We don't know.
Somebody
they are.
is.
Well, we're assuming because these kids are disappearing at the orphanage.
We're putting like 5 and 5 together, you know, and making 12.
I mean, can you really blame a guy? Can you blame a guy?
I mean,
No.
If I want 12-year-old boy feet for dinner?
Are we really making 12? Because who has more authority than Bathory in this region? And
Nobody.
Who would withstand what she believes as the voice of the king standing in front of her in an attempt to rebuild the power
We
of the
know she believes that because of the role.
No, we know
because
she
you made a
believes
good
it
deception
because
check.
she I don't know, I guess
I open roll, didn't I?
You did. You told us what you rolled. But still, like, I don't feel like a roll can do away with every bit of knowledge. Even if you roll a good deception against a bad insight, like, even still, like, okay,
You
if it was
say
to
that,
say,
but when it's the other way around, it definitely does.
I mean, if you told her what your name was and then you asked her 2 games later, oh no, I'm not Tom, I'm Tim, and she rolls a bad insight check, like, that wouldn't make sense. So
That's
if
not
she
what happened,
knows
though,
something that you don't,
Yeah,
or like maybe she has reason to believe that you're not being completely forthcoming,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. That's all Seth ever says, maybe.
We'll see.
This stuff is just so crazy to me. I've been telling Seth for probably about a month now. I'm just like coming to terms with everything that you actually can do in this game. Like,
I can have slaves.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you
Like
want.
literally anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I don't. Rask is not a bad guy. But like after meeting everybody and then like coming into different personifications, like I'm picking up off all of you guys and I really am like super excited. Like I know a lot of things that I'm gonna do now.
Good.
That makes me super nervous.
It should. I'm just like, if I break that box and there's something in there,
I just like how you like get to learn. Like I'm learning from all my experiences, but I'm getting crazier and
So is that to the point of you're going to be unreasonable to deal with?
No, absolutely not.
You'll let
because I want to get rid of these two kids because they're super annoying. But it doesn't mean I don't want to save all the kids from getting eaten.
I think the kids are funny.
I like the kids.
I like the kids.
I don't. They're a liability.
Of course they're alive.
It's like you know when like the villain party has that, like, you ever seen the ants cartoon where Chopper brings in that one ant like rah, you have a wild dog. That's Rask. He's our wild dog.
Yeah, he is.
That's Bug's Life, not ants.
Is it Bug's Life? Yeah.
Bug's Life. Yeah.
Well, they were ants. I couldn't. Yeah, ants is dead. It's a completely different
In the
movie.
Bug's Life came out like right around the same time.
Different movies.
Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached.
Yes.
Like same year.
You're absolutely
same movie,
right. Oh my God.
Different
Never
actors.
seen either one.
And then there was two Jobs movies. Two Steve
Yeah,
Jobs.
Steve
Two Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them. Yeah.
So they just said before you come in.
Funnily
here.
enough,
Ashton Kutcher?
he's in both of those.
No way.
he's Steve Jobs in one of those movies, and he was in No Strings Attached.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember that.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
the copycat.
Go ahead, Kyle. Sorry.
Yeah, they said that there is a point where you will like your character will just exit the scene. Like there is a line.
There's a line.
That's crazy to me.
Do you know what the line is?
Yeah, what is it?
The line would be. It's not. There.
Surely it wouldn't just be one offense.
No. It's not one offense. No, but if it looks like the trajectory of the group is going towards like this amoral
Hero.
No, not even hero necessarily.
Anti-hero.
Just like an amoral guy, like we will go and do because this is our end goal, and it doesn't matter what's between A and B.
Oh, the ends don't justify the means, is what you're saying.
For me, for my character, for Buck, the ends
So
the
definitely
means
not.
don't justify the ends.
Definitely not chaotic good. Chaotic good.
Right.
The end just by the means.
So you're not going to kill the Bathories.
I don't know about that. I mean,
No, they're bad. We know they're bad. They're inherently bad.
right. But if we went into
Okay, so you wouldn't kill Dalinar, per se, maybe. Like,
no, probably not.
Circumstantial though, right? Because what if Dalinar is actually a bad guy?
If Dalinar shows his hand to be absolutely, the type of evil that we're working against, and we're just reinstating the evil that we're,
if for our readers out there, if Dalinar is President Coin and we're killing the king, which is Snow, we don't want Coin becoming the new king.
Yeah, we will Katniss Everdeen that whole thing.
Yeah, right in the face.
Right across.
What is this,
the
Game of Thrones? What?
No, it's Hunger Games.
That's what I meant. Sorry, I get them confused. They're both the game.
But no. The goal for Buck in doing all that he is doing is to make the world a truly a better place. I know that sounds idealistic, but like from his perspective, if he leaves a shoot, crap.
don't know what that line is anymore, do you?
No. I said if he leaves. What I was gonna say is if he leaves a place in a worse condition than what it was before, the immediate thought that came to my mind, what made me laugh, was Derry. Yeah. Okay, but
You think you left Derry worse off?
I don't. It's
ransacked a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of the thought that I was thinking.
War,
but there is a system in place where there are people helping other people out. There is a system in place where that's not like punishable.
Holyhead was deserted completely. And
No, I mean the second time they were leaving, when they were passing through, and
They got smashed. But that still wasn't our.
I'm thinking of Juniper
That's kind
Grove.
of our fault.
Sorry.
But if our goal is to not, if it turns out that our goal is to fulfill the mission rather than to make this a more habitable,
Quincy Buck's going to have some fights along the way then.
I mean, Quincy's kind of about that, but
You just said earlier, like, your end goal is completing the goal. Like
that's
what
because
you care about.
he wants his life back.
Yeah.
He wants to be able to do whatever he wants to do. Right now, he is completely bound to whatever mission they're on. So he's completely about the mission, and because he still believes there's hope after it.
And you're not happy about it, are you? You're not enjoying the ride. You're
No,
like,
not at all.
have to get this done. because my life has been stolen from me.
exactly.
Who are you mad at then?
I mean, the
Because
world.
you're mad at the world because no one's really made you do it.
Really, had we
If
been...
the world wasn't in such a stupid position, I wouldn't be out here having to do all this crap.
If the Black Cloaks weren't corrupt, we would have seen justice in our own town and never had to leave. Instead, we got framed.
So you have
and
to
had to
dismantle the
leave.
Black Cloaks.
Therefore, I've got it out for the Black Cloaks. I have it out for these heroes. And then, now that we know what we know about the King, like, obviously,
The heroes are still a thing, right? We didn't take care of all.
We
didn't
haven't
kill
seen
them.
them.
None of them.
Haven't
We
seen
didn't
them in a
kill
while.
None of them, not even 2 of them.
We
They
didn't kill
escaped
them.
behind a window.
They ran away.
Oh man.
Which is
now
That was
they-
wait. The last time y'all saw him was in Derry.
Yep.
Yeah. Now,
Like
the
episode
last
9
we
or
heard
10.
of them was in this town. Is that not right? The heroes of Juniper Grove have been mentioned to us.
Gen Z mentioned them.
That's right. But if you look at it this way, Buck sees himself as like a humanitarian missionary. You know, like I'm spreading the news that you can help your fellow man.
you wanna-
The lesser of, or the person who is struggling to get by. In this case, the kids in the orphanages.
So you want to build more schools than you destroy.
Business owners, yeah. Huh?
You want to build more schools than you destroy.
Absolutely. I
Wants to
want you
replace what's there.
dismantle this oppressive establishment board by board.
Is that SpongeBob?
I will saw the tables of injustice in half.
Yeah, that is that. Is that the one where they go on strike?
Yeah.
Forever. I'm an old man
Ah, at the ankle of big business.
The Krusty Krabs is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there.
Standing at the concession, plotting his oppression.
Oh, it's sad that we know that. I've not seen it that many
Oh,
times.
that's old. That's old SpongeBob too.
Yeah, that's good SpongeBob. That's
exactly.
that's
That
prime
was
quality.
back in the day.
That's vintage.
Okay, I've got a new segment I want us to do here.
Okay.
And it's probably mainly going to be me this first time, but if I want it to be like each time we have a thing that segment's going to be called Cop or Cancel. So do we want to cop something? Do we want to take or keep something? Or do we want to cancel it?
I hope I know what this is about.
So I would like for everybody to have one thing, like each time that we cop or cancel. I have a couple things this time that I'm going to cop/cancel.
Okay.
Do you want to like one of each for each of us?
You could, or you could just
I
say
have one in mind right now if you haven't picked it because I feel like this is exactly what you're talking about.
Probably not what I'm talking about. Okay, first of all, I want to start with a cop. I want to cop McDonald's. I've bashed them in the past. I talked about how the dollar menu's not a dollar menu anymore. Well, you know what? Nobody has a dollar menu. McDonald's has the 4 for $4.
Yeah, their drinks are no longer $1 at McDonald's.
Yeah, they are.
Not in
Large drink, any size drink, $1.
$1.29.
Not in Forest City, it's $1 what?
29.
Until that happens here, I'm copping McDonald's because
After that, it's over.
I still really like their burgers. They're any size drink for $1.
I've been out on McDonald's since they got rid of the Big and Tasty.
Was that a burger?
Yeah.
I haven't had McDonald's since like
It's like the one just with lettuce, tomato, and onion. Like a normal burger.
I don't know, maybe November or sometime before that last year. With the exception of that, I got a chicken sandwich one morning for breakfast.
I heard somebody bashing McDonald's this last week, and I thought, you know what, they're kind of right. Like it's not super good. And then the other day, like the one here in Hebrew is really fast, really good. I went at lunchtime, the line was backed up, and I got through there in like 2 minutes. When I pulled up to the window, the lady was handing the sack out. Already had it ready. She had like 85 drinks ready already. I was like, this lady knows what she's doing. She's there every day. I've seen her a million times. She's an older lady. Anyway, just like I kind of want to cop McDonald's. Also, this is one that really fired me up. Okay, see this right here. It's not the water, but it's Casey's. Okay, Casey's General Store, the store that's sweeping the nation, and one I think we all really need to get behind. So I'm copping Casey's General Store.
There's a new one in
It's
Batesville.
not-
There's a new one in Cave City.
It's not your typical convenience store. You don't have convenience store prices. Everything in there, they always have stuff for deals. Like I got this today. They were 2 for $2.20 something.
They have their own brand. Which
They
is
do
a
have some of
big
their own
thing.
stuff, and it's not bad. I got the apple juice today, not bad. I got some Casey's alkaline water the other day that was like 2 for $2.50.
Okay.
So basically a Life Water, a Smart Water, quality water
Okay.
for $1.25. I got a breakfast bowl there this morning. It had potato on the bottom. It had egg, sausage, cheese over the top of all of it.
Okay.
Really, really good. They've got fresh, they've got donuts and stuff in there, which are, they're not as good as like a donut shop, but some of the flavors are really good. They've got a maple glaze on one of them that is extremely good.
Hey, let me tell you something from Casey's that I wouldn't cop. Okay, went in there expecting to get like some chicken nuggies in a little backs, and like took a bite and it's cheesy potato something. It's like a cheesy.
So you
tater
just
tot.
didn't get what you thought you were grabbing?
No, and it was awful.
Well, that wasn't Casey's fault.
Yes, it was because it tasted awful.
Was it labeled as chicken nuggets?
No.
Maybe you just don't like a cheesy potato thing.
Here's the thing. I can eat tater tots. I like tater tots. You add cheese to those tater tots, I could eat those. You get those things from Casey's, you're biting into something just...
It was like a fried cheese curd or something?
No, not a fried cheese curd. Not even that good. Okay? Because cheese curds are great. Whatever this is.
I'm not that southern.
No, it's not southern. It's like
no,
Wisconsin.
that's like northeastern.
That's all I ate in Wisconsin. Actually, it was cheese curds.
If you go
Fried ones though?
Yes.
It's like mozzarella cheese bites basically.
Yeah.
Go to Dairy Queen, order some cheese curds. They're good.
They got them at Dairy Queen?
Yeah. Heck yeah. They also have them at Freddy's.
Well, Casey's just have a large variety of everything, lots of choices, especially on water. I'm not going to get into water
gas,
again.
though?
No, it's cheaper.
Is it? Okay.
It's not as cheap as Murphy's because everything Walmart will be cheaper.
Dude,
but
Murphy's is... I will cop Murphy's.
like Murphy's gas ain't very good. Listen, okay, so like right now Murphy's is I think like 360. I think it's like 363 at Murphy's. Casey's like 369. So it's usually like a nickel
I got
difference.
gas for $3.50 on the way up here.
Really? Nice.
Yeah,
Hey,
I just looked around the route and it was just some small gas
We
station.
need to cop that store, whatever that is.
Real quick about a gas story. One time, somebody entered in the price of gas wrong. And this was how I was like 16 or 18, something. I don't know. I was driving my dad's black truck. Anyway, they entered in the gas wrong, didn't put in like an extra digit. So instead of being like, I don't know, like $3.49, it was 34 cents.
Mm-hmm. Did it actually ring up like that?
Yes, it did if you paid at the pump.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Somebody lost their job.
So I paid at the pump and like less than $10 to fill up my dad's truck completely. Oh
That's
my gosh.
funny.
Anyway,
Wow.
sorry.
You
That
should have
was-
went to Walmart, got some good jugs.
That is a once in a lifetime thing that will never happen.
I've got one more. This is where I really want us to. I think we can converse about this. No, that's fine. That's what it's about. I'm gonna cancel only momentarily, like not completely cancel, but I think this is a sell in its current state is PlayStation Plus / the PlayStation Store.
I will second that.
Because
What do you know about it?
I just hate anything not
let
PC.
me tell you something. Elden Ring came out. If you download it off of PlayStation Store, you're going to pay what, $69.99 for it, I believe. You can get it at Walmart right now for $49.99 or $59. Maybe it's $59.
You buy the physical copy of any game in Walmart, it's $10 cheaper.
And you're getting it off PlayStation Store. You're not getting a box. You're not getting a disc. You're not getting a booklet. Anything that comes with it. How can it possibly be more directly from? Go ahead, Tyrell.
I was just going to say, it's the same thing on the Xbox. Same exact.
It can't be damaged.
Digital copies
Can't
do
be
not
damaged.
go down
No,
in
but
value.
if you got one that was damaged, it would be you could
buy
get
a
it
new one.
replaced.
So you're paying double the price.
If it was
though.
damaged when you bought it, yeah. But
No. I mean,
I think if you buy a game,
how many?
in a
Okay, think of this.
physical-
How many copies of Modern Warfare 2 did we have to
A
buy?
bunch because Xboxes sucked.
Well, no, it doesn't matter though. Like if you bought
No, we
the
did.
online version one time.
I
that's
know.
all you
Well,
have to
I
do.
think if you buy a disc version, you should get the version for free. If you've already you should be able to download it for free after that. If you already bought the disc,
I'll agree
once.
with that.
Because it's not costing them anything for
There's
you to
no
download.
way they'd ever do that, but yeah.
Like if you buy, I think if you buy the copy, there should be a code or something in there where, like, if anything happens, you can always download it. And because they can do that, when I bought like Miles Morales Spider-Man, it had a code in there to go get the original Spider-Man game remastered for free. So I know they can do stuff like that. But also, just like there's stuff like that. I don't think PlayStation Plus subscribers, I don't think we're getting really that much. You're getting whatever random games they want to give you. And not that they're bad.
It's usually a way for them to promote new
Hood
games,
looks
too.
cool though. Did you download Hood?
I played
I
it.
want to play Hood.
Yeah, we need to play together.
I downloaded it.
I did I played like the tutorial. It's pretty fun. The controls are weird, and it's kind of Assassin's Creedy, but it's pretty cool. There is cool things, but I think
It's gotten better though since PlayStation 5 because they're giving you actual games like
Right.
a game library that they're
Right.
just like you can have these games for free now.
they are. That is cool, but they're not.
It's not just like Xbox Game Pass, where it's like with Game Pass, it's like we offer these for free as long as they're in the library. But as soon as we take them off, you don't have it anymore.
They're not.
No, we have them forever.
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
but they're not adding anything to that library.
They will.
Rocket League
I think they will.
was the first PlayStation Plus game I got from my PS4, and I can still access it and play it to this
So
day.
with PlayStation-
that was like 10 years
Dude,
ago.
early, he was pretty smart about it. Like he downloaded, or he put to his library every
Yeah,
single
that
game
used to
that
not
they gave
exist.
away.
If you didn't download it, it didn't add it to your
So
store.
that library that they have now is new with PS5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
no, it was added into PS4. It was a feature they added halfway through PS4.
Oh, okay.
But originally, you couldn't add the library. You had to download it. So I'd say download, cancel download, and I'm like, if I want it later, it's mine now.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, see, because
Okay.
they didn't have that feature.
But what I would like to see out of it, I would definitely like to see some just more benefits.
Now they're doing something though. Like
They are. I got an email the other day said they were doing
something different.
Yeah, I'm glad about
it is.
that. But I would like to see some better
I think
benefits.
it's gonna be bad. I think it's
I would-
paying more. It's tier
Really?
lists. Like you're having to pay more and stuff now.
If that's the case and they're going to add stuff to it, I'm fine with that.
because they already have the PlayStation 2 thing, right? Where you can play old PlayStation 2 games, but you have to. Do they have that?
Really?
I have a PlayStation 2.
Because that's what Nintendo does. They have a $20 yearly subscription.
Yeah,
but then
but-
if you pay $40, you can play like a bunch of older Nintendo
a couple
games.
of Nintendo 64 games.
Yeah, that's it. PS.
That's not just.
That's not PlayStation
2, though.
Plus either. Like that's a
different
separate
subscription.
subscription.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what the tier list would be.
Probably gonna
this
combine
tier
them.
is combining PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus.
Well, I would definitely like to see more discounts because they have those sales on PlayStation stores like 75% off, and it's like you can get these out of the bargain bin at Walmart for $10.
I hate that because it's so misleading. It's like PlayStation Plus sales 35 to 75% off. Well, there's one game there's 75% off, and it only costs $3 to begin with. So, congratulations.
Well, and then another thing I would like to see is, better discounts. I don't think you should be able to get a game cheaper at Walmart. There's no reason. And maybe early releases, maybe like behind the scenes content. And then I would really like to see like. You used to get a demo disc in the mail.
Oh my
Why do
gosh.
we not have
Yes.
3 or 4 demos every month that you can
dude,
download
you're-
and play a level?
I had
That was
so
the
many
only
of those
reason
on
I
PlayStation 1.
there was a magazine that I subscribed to just so I would get
Yeah.
Game Informer.
yeah, Game Informer.
I used to get demo discs sometimes. Yeah. I mean, why don't we? That
Also,
was huge. I bought games that I played on that.
Spider-Man 2000 was I got a
it on
demo,
demo
disc.
disc?
I played Kong on demo disc. A lot of Monkey Ball.
Blew his mind. He's remembering
The original Spyro and Ape Escape were both on a demo disc, and those are 2 games that like shaped my childhood.
Like-
And I bought them because they were on a demo disc.
All the best freaking games were on the demo disc.
They were.
Like there was 101 Dalmatians. I remember playing that one on PlayStation 1.
Probably
like,
never been called the best game ever.
no, it was so good though. It was so good. And then Medieval.
I remember, yeah. I remember
Yes,
Medieval.
played the demo of that. It eventually made me rent the game. I never could buy it because I never could find it.
Yeah, I was never able to buy Pokemon Stadium. I always had to rent it from freaking
Hastings.
whatever store we had because we never had
For Nintendo
We never
64?
had a.
I gave you that, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
Didn't I give you one too? Not the stadium, the Coliseum. I think I gave you
Coliseum was for Nintendo 60.
I have Coliseum for the GameCube.
GameCube, that's it. GameCube. Coliseum was the weird one where you like.
the Shadow Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So is any-
No, that's
No.
Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I got that one. I have the XD Gale of Darkness edition of my GameCube, which it came
okay.
with. But
I think Coliseum was the first one you couldn't plug your game in and play off your game. I think
that was.
I think you can on Coliseum. Well,
I thought Coliseum and Stadium were the exact same,
Stadium you
except
could.
just a little different.
I know Stadium. You
one of
could.
them has a
Stadium
campaign. Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness are the same. Stadium and Stadium 2, it's basically different generations.
So is anybody behind me on the PlayStation Plus thing, or am I alone in the cancellation?
Here's what I'm with you on. Okay?
It's not like I'm actually gonna not use it, and it's not even that it's not a good thing. I would definitely like.
never
to see
would
some
have played
better
Deep
stuff.
Rock without it.
Right. And you do, you get to know new games and try stuff out and stuff like that for free. But at the same time, instead of giving us a couple, whole free games and maybe them not being good, and now we got to wait a month to get another one, why don't you just give us some test stuff of new stuff? Give us a level of a game. Like, I know that's possible.
You can download a lot of betas. You can do that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
there was a time where I would agree with you that it was bad for players who couldn't afford the monthly thing, and then now you can't play with them.
Yeah.
But I think that PlayStation's online has gotten a lot better since then. And when they first introduced it, PlayStation Online was just horrible.
not near as good as like
But it was
Xbox
free.
and
That was
stuff.
why it was okay.
See, I hated Xboxes because you had to pay for it, and then switching over to PlayStation, it was free to play online.
Right, but it
And,
just
and Xbox had a good. Their online was much better at the time because they had people pay, so they would put money towards it. PlayStation's was free, so it was bad, but it was free. You couldn't really argue with it. And then they made you pay it. It was like, well,
I don't know if this tier list thing's good to be good or not, though.
I hope for the best for it because
hopefully it's not a proprietary thing because we lost our.
what is it? What is it now? Is it $5 a month right now?
It's I don't
I think
know.
if you buy a year, it's $60.
I have like 3 years saved up on mine. As soon as it was $40 for a year on Black Friday, I bought 3 of them.
There you go, perfect. No, I
have
always
a cop
buy.
or cancel. That'll
Okay.
be interesting, and it's
Are you
it's a
canceling?
little canonical. Yes, I'm canceling.
Okay.
I'm canceling Will Smith.
Are we gonna talk about it now?
I would have canceled Jada Pinkett first, and then cancel Will Smith for being an idiot.
Cancel them both.
Cancel them both. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Chris came out of that looking good, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, he
himself
had a
up.
big dent right here, but yeah. Or not sorry.
So y'all do think it was real then, or like it wasn't staged?
Oh, I think it was definitely. It looked staged until he was like.
He's been banned for 10 years from the
"Good mom
Academy.
thing." When he started yelling, I was like, "This is real."
Yeah, he can't go to the Oscars for 10 years.
But he can still win one.
He dropped out of the Academy.
The Academy can still vote to win him movies.
They won't.
I kind of at this point don't believe there's a conspiracy. I thought there was at first, but like, how many people are going to watch the Oscars next time because they're going to want something like that to happen?
I don't know.
It got everybody talking about it for weeks.
I know. It literally
But
replaced
the biggest thing
everything
is they
going on
didn't
in
talk
Ukraine.
about the Oscars. They just talked about Will Smith.
True. Yeah.
Like, I don't think the Oscars did not plan that, and they did not like that because it stole all the light.
It did, but I guarantee you the Oscars will have 2 times as many viewers next time.
Probably that's very likely.
I mean, Will Smith's not going to be there, so
No, but now it's a stage for crazy things to happen. You know how that works.
Well, but here, see, I disagree with you because
Will Smith.
last year the Oscars had a big upset too, but you don't remember it because I'm guessing
I
you
don't watch the
remember
Oscars.
it. Last year they had, it's either last year or the year before that, they had a comedian come up and he bashed the Oscars on stage.
Oh, Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
multiple years ago.
Oh, I thought that was 2 years ago. Oh, okay.
No, I've watched that video. I
Time
love
flies
that.
when you're getting old.
I really like him. He's
but
pretty
yeah, I
cool.
mean, it's
But like, do you know of any of the woke stuff that happened during the Oscars this time? A whole bunch, but you have to look for it
oh, okay.
because of the Will Smith thing. It just stole the light, man.
Man.
So yeah, I was. Some people are like, "Yeah, he was just protecting his wife."
He wasn't.
What are y'all talking about?
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe he was, but why was he laughing at the joke when he first told it?
That yeah. I guarantee.
Was it a
happened.
rude joke? Yes.
Man?
Not really.
She's got a disease or something.
He might not even have known that.
But yeah, and he made fun of a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people. He didn't get smacked every time he made a joke about someone else.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. That's the thing about comedy.
Yeah.
2020 is when Ricky Gervais roasted.
That's the thing about comedy. If we're gonna start, they're ruining comedy right now with people getting mad about stuff.
Did you like someone else went up stage now and hit a comedian for a joke? It was like Tyga, maybe somebody. I don't remember who.
Tyga did it or Tyga got hit?
Got hit. Somebody went up and hit. It might not have been Tyga. I don't remember. But yeah, someone else has already went up and hit a comedian because they didn't.
We can't take a joke anymore.
No.
All right, cool.
The internet made everybody.
That's what I thought you were gonna cop or cancel.
No,
That's funny.
Well, then let's cop South Park because it's the only thing that gives us a backbone.
Yes.
that is true.
I always cop South Park.
Does Family Guy still have a backbone too?
No,
They never seem
Family
to
Guy
care.
never had a backbone.
What are you talking about? They make fun of everybody.
Just themselves. They use like childish jokes, like Peter just being a big baby doing some little segment. No, South Park. I can't.
I mean, I agree,
I can't
but
wait to see what they do with the Oscars if they do anything. Is this season going? I don't know. See, I don't. South Park's hard for me to follow because I don't really watch TV much. I just download stuff all the time. So. Yeah. Hey, Moon Knight, looking good.
I've not watched it yet.
Moon Knight, I watched episode 2, 1 and 2.
I need to watch it.
What is it?
It's
The new Disney Channel.
So you know how we've always talked about Marvel's kind of the
there's
comedy
another
joke, and then DC's the serious. Moon Knight is as serious as it gets,
And it's Marvel?
And it's Marvel.
Is it
good.
like canon? Like
Yeah,
goes
well,
with the series?
it-
Who is it?
Moon Knight is basically the Batman of Marvel.
Yeah, I've actually known about Moon Knight for a long time because one time when I was a kid, he teamed up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I've known about Moon Knight for a long time.
Moon Knight, Dark Knight.
He was in
he wears
Marvel.
He looks like a white
Alliance.
Batman, honestly. Like,
He was a secret character in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and I was like, I want Moon Knight on my team. He looks so sweet. I didn't
Well, I'll
realize
have
how
to
much
watch
like Deadpool he was though. He's like Deadpool without the comedy. He has split personality. He talks to himself. So if you ever get like a Moon Knight comic, you'll notice that all his dialogue boxes have different edges on them, and that's which personality is talking.
Cameron has sent a couple of his. The one where he's like, "Come here, Dracula, you big effing nerd." That's
I didn't
an
see
actual
that.
Moon Knight comic panel.
Oh. No, I don't remember that. I guess I didn't understand it maybe or something.
Yeah, he has. I want to say he just has he has 3 personalities. It's Khonshu, Mark, and then the personality for Steven has changed in the series. Steven, the reason Moon Knight's considered a Batman clone is because Steven is supposed to be a wealthy entrepreneur like what Bruce Wayne is in the Limelight. That's what that's supposed to be his personality. But in this, they've made it much, honestly, really good, really really good to watch. He has he believes he has sleep apnea, and the link. Okay, so I have sleep apnea. The links this dude goes to is mind-boggling. I couldn't imagine what his life must be like. He's got a strap on his leg, sand around his bed so he knows if he walked through the sand, a strip of tape on the door, and who knows what else that they don't even show you that they just haven't time. But yeah, it's like, man, this dude really gets up and walks around. But yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
I
I didn't
need to watch
know
that.
that was going on. And what about Morbius? This is Movie Minute, by the way.
Okay, Morbius wasn't as good as.
I watched it.
You watched it?
on Premiere on the night that it came out.
I watched it on Virgin too.
You watched a movie when it came out?
That's so weird.
I had a friend of mine. He's in the Army Reserves. He lives over in like Georgia, and
Hope you didn't watch the end cutscene.
I did. Yeah, totally. Yeah, and he explained to me, what happened with that. But basically, he's over in Georgia, but the Army, big surprise, their paperwork isn't all complete yet. So anytime he goes to drill, he still has to come to Little Rock to do it, even though he lives in Georgia now.
Yeah.
So he was in last weekend from Thursday to Sunday, and he's like, "Listen, you want to go like watch a movie, like get dinner, watch a movie, see how everything, love to meet your son." He didn't get to meet my son. We were running super late between what he was doing and what I was doing. But we ended up watching Morbius. And anyway. Watched the end scenes, all of that stuff.
Don't tell me too much.
We
about
need to. That's what we need to talk about. That's the only part that we need to talk about.
Without
the end
spoiling
scene you
anything,
need-
without spoiling anything, I thought it was a good film. But
Good. It was an okay film.
the
Third act was way too slow, or not enough. There wasn't enough fighting.
Right, that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
It ended bad. And the first thing I thought of when I was watching this, I was like, that was a bad ending. The first thing I thought of was Venom. And then the next thing I thought of is Sony needs to let go of their Marvel properties and let Marvel show them how to do it. Because they don't know what the heck they're doing.
Now, I'm pretty excited about the Sonyverse, though.
The thing about Sony,
They don't know what they're doing, though.
Was Morbius Sony?
Yeah. Because that's like a Spider-Man proper, like a Spider-Man.
Well, like if you saw the commercials, like they had a picture of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man with the words "murderer" on it.
Will it be on Disney Plus though?
No, because it's not.
just like No Way Home won't be.
Yeah,
and
No Way Home
Far
won't be-
From Home
isn't.
won't be.
Yeah, Homecoming.
No Way Home won't be on Disney Plus.
It's a deal between Sony and
I don't know what you can
Disney.
stream it on.
I don't
I
understand.
think Stars for a little bit. Here's coming up, maybe. We're not going to talk about the end credits scene?
No, go ahead. That's
You're talking
fine.
about with
That's
Vulture?
fine.
So it makes no sense because you watched Spider-Man. You didn't watch Spider-Man, but you saw this end credit scene.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Just go ahead.
So in the end of Spider-Man, like everyone who's brought in,
And I'll explain to Seth when he gets done talking.
No, you won't. I understand. It doesn't make any sense.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It makes literally no sense.
Go ahead.
Come on, man. No, it makes no sense.
Did you read that?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So, at the end of Spider-Man, like,
It's dumb.
he the spell sends everyone who did not belong in Tom Holland's universe back to their own universe. Correct?
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, in the end of this one, all of a sudden, at the end of this, Michael Keaton's Vulture somehow ends up in the Sonyverse
And what he was.
to stay.
Where was he supposed to be?
He belongs in Tom Holland's universe in the Marvel in the MCU.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where
he's
created.
MJ's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not MJ's. No.
No.
I thought her name was MJ.
No.
No. His name was something
Zendaya's
else.
character.
No.
No.
No. First black girlfriend.
Gwen Stacy?
No.
Just.
No. He dated a different black girl in Homecoming, and then that was Vulture's daughter, and then she
I
left.
thought that was in.
Oh, yeah.
Zendaya's in the movie, but
Zendaya was barely even in Homecoming.
Yeah, barely in.
She was just in there, and she always like, "Do you have a secret?"
Yeah,
Peter?
yeah. She was following
That was,
around
like,
and
her
stuff.
only line.
Yeah.
So at the end of this one, the Vulture just appears in this prison cell, and he doesn't belong there. And it cuts to like a news scene of them like, this guy named Adrian Toombs just appeared in a cell, and there's no record of him being there, so we're releasing him. So he gets released, and then it cuts again, and then you go to another scene where Morbius is driving out into the middle of nowhere for some reason. And Adrian Toombs shows up in his Vulture uniform, which should not have come with him because he's in just prison clothes.
Right.
And the attack on New York has not happened, so he could not have built the exact same suit, which he didn't build that one. Someone smarter than him built it.
Exactly.
So somehow his suit also transported separate from him, and he found
In
it.
some place. Yeah.
I hope Dustin can make this make sense, because it doesn't.
I
And
thought
he's
that he
like-
moved locations, not that he was teleported from one to one. I don't know. I guess I was distracted because we had other stuff going on. All my students showed up to the movies while I was there, so I was like, I'm gonna go to the movies by myself because I've never done that before. Here comes all my freaking esports students, Mr. Dustin. So I ended up a little distracted for the screen credits. I was under the impression that he didn't go to the other universe. I just assumed Morbius was going to be
He got pulled into
a part
the-
of Tom Holland's.
No, he got pulled into the
Oh, okay.
Sonyverse.
Then yeah, who knows?
Yeah, the Vulture's in the Sonyverse, and he's like, "Hey, we need to team up. We need to do some good."
Well, they got to make it make sense.
So even that, Michael Keaton's Vulture is not really very antagonistic to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. He doesn't know who Tom Holland is, or he doesn't know who Peter Parker is, but he knows that like Spider-Man kind of did a good thing for him while also putting him in prison. So like he shouldn't really be all that antagonistic towards Spider-Man, but he knows something about Spider-Man.
Maybe it's a Doctor Strange Scarlet Witch thing. That they
This
have
is
to-
Sonyverse.
That's right. Okay.
So they can't really fix it, can they? Unless Doctor Strange's spell sent people.
To be like, we're making a Sinister Six movie. Forget everything.
Oh, okay.
Just the kind of way.
So it's not going to be a thing like, well, Doctor Strange's spell didn't actually go as good as planned, and
Well,
It
people got
didn't
sent
apparently.
weird
If
places.
it's sending people to the wrong universes.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
But yeah, so they're setting up a Sinister Six, and probably Andrew Garfield will come back and be the Spider-Man for the Sonyverse. That's cool. That's
Love him
hype.
anyway.
That's hype. I can look past the weird storytelling for the Vulture being there.
Oh, see, I thought that because he had lost his memory, it displaced him in the Marvel universe. And they're like, we don't even know why he's incarcerated here, so he's set free.
No,
I thought it was something like that. I thought they're still planning Sinister Six for Tom Holland because I thought they were done with the other two.
I think Tom Holland's out.
Nah, he's not out.
Well, I mean, he's taking a break from acting, is what I've seen.
Well, that's just because they don't have a movie plan for him for a year or two, bro.
Maybe, yeah.
He is the face of like the future Avengers. Like he is replacing Iron.
He
Man.
probably doesn't have to be in the next.
Well, that depends on Sony.
He probably doesn't have to be in the
Sony
next.
still has a firm grasp on a big part of Tom Holland's contract.
But they've already he's already contracted out for more than just these 3 movies that they've done. Like
Yeah. So, are y'all ready for Multiverse of Madness? Because I think that movie is going to be
Dude,
I'm ready.
bonkers.
When does
It's
that
gonna be
come
so
out?
good.
Soon?
May 5th, I think. They
right,
like to get that.
Let's go watch it.
So basically, what you're saying is I need to watch No Way Home.
Somehow or another.
Or Far From Home, No Way Home.
Okay,
Black Widow.
You don't.
You don't have to watch Black
You
Widow.
don't have to watch.
Shang-Chi.
You don't even have
Except
to
that
watch.
it's really good.
You don't even have to watch Far From Home. Just know.
Black Widow's before
Yeah, but,
Endgame and
you
stuff
know,
like
Yeah.
that.
If you don't have the time, skip Far From Home and just watch No Way Home. Just know that the very beginning of No Way Home is explaining basically the ending of Far From Home. So it's going to spoil it.
I think you know it already. So
Yeah.
there's no way you don't know it. Don't
Mysterio's
spoil
a
it.
jerk. Actually, not even. Well, whatever. It's at the end of Far From Home.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal is Mysterio, right?
Yeah.
He's a jerk anyways. He broke Taylor Swift's heart.
So did every man ever. I'm tired of hearing that.
That just means she's got a new album coming out.
No. This is.
But she's lovable. Miley Cyrus only had one boyfriend for the longest time, but she's
She
crazy.
released an album like 10 years ago, and it was like
You're right.
one of the songs. I can't remember the song exactly. Haley can tell you. She
did sit
is
on a wrecking
basically
ball
outlining their relationship, and it is what it is. You know, she's an icon for.
I would like to cancel Taylor Swift and Garth Brooks for all time.
You're canceling Garth Brooks.
Can't stand. Can't stand.
You just don't like his music?
He has
No.
a concert this.
I don't think
this
he's very
month
good.
In,
You don't like
in
Leatherhands?
No, it makes me sick. I turn that song off every time it comes on.
His songs are good.
That
stories.
song is so perverse and disgusting, and everybody acts like it's such a great song. What's your favorite Garth Brooks song? Oh, probably That Summer. That is disgusting.
Why is it disgusting?
He is probably like fresh out of high school, and she's some old widow that lives by herself. She's probably like 40 years old, and
40 years old.
sleeps with this kid, and like basically seduced him and forced him.
Okay.
If the story was reversed, it would be a rape. If that was a man,
you're making a lot of jumps here.
if that was a man that had hired a young girl, probably college age or high school age girl, to come out and like do his paperwork for him or something, and that story was reversed, that would be a rape.
I don't know. If you listen to the
Rape, that's a rape.
Wait. If you listen,
Especially in today's terms.
wait. If you listen to the Taylor Swift song about that is implied that it's Jake Gyllenhaal, that's basically what that it's the other side of the coin. She was at one of the lines in the song is, you know, it's funny how like you keep getting older, but your girlfriends stay my age or something like that. I mean,
What a typical Taylor Swift line. I thought she really thought that was a mic drop,
so
too.
you like don't like that line.
I don't like Taylor Swift.
You don't like the
I don't like that she has more relationships than any woman ever, and it's always the guy's fault. Guess what? The common denominator is you, Taylor. And the only reason she has a career is because there's a bunch of girls that were
We just lost a listener forever.
my sister's age.
You might have lost a lot of listeners.
Hey, listen, it's a bunch of girls that are my sister's age now, 30 years old, and they were 12 when she started writing songs and coming out with all this music that they related to because they were high school girls. She still writes same quality of music, and it still applies to the same audience somehow, just because they've always been her fan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or a fan of hers.
Haley has a bunch of students in high school that are huge Taylor Swift fans. Huge. She's huge with this generation.
Can't stand Taylor Swift.
I just want to put on the record that I'm not biased at all, and I would have equally high-fived the 40-year-old woman and the 40-year-old man.
I think, that's a fair point. I would have high-fived. I probably would have high-fived the 20-year-old kid.
I think it-
20-year-old man and the 20.
I think it is a nauseating.
Hey, good job.
Okay.
It's a nauseating and disgusting song, and everything Garth Brooks puts out is nauseating and disgusting because of his voice. He's not very good.
I don't like
He
Garth
is
Brooks.
put on a pedestal.
Yeah, he is. I mean,
My mom loves Garth Brooks.
He puts on a good show.
You know what? I respect him for that. He does put on a good
He's
show.
a showman, and that's
He is a showman.
And it just so happens, and this is a proven. You can prove this. It just so happens he could put on a good show in country music at the time. That was like most profitable for him. Otherwise, why in the world would he had come out with this whole Chris Gaines persona? Do you know about Chris Gaines?
forgot about that.
Chris Gaines.
I thought that was a real dude.
No,
it's Garth Brooks.
Put on a wig, called himself Chris Gaines, and did like adult contemporary or whatever.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's such a weird guy. He really is. He's strange.
How do you say I sleep with my cousins without saying I sleep with my cousins?
You put on a wig, call yourself Chris Gaines.
Absolutely. That's why I don't listen to country music.
Listen, I hate modern country music because the argument can be made that it's not even country music. But
Some of it's okay.
yeah, shut up.
Country music went away from being classic rock to now it's just pop.
Yeah, country music hasn't always been like. There's all kinds of different variations. of it.
Absolutely.
There's always been good country music and bad country music.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah, but
bad
what-
country music is in the
but
mainstream
what-
now. Like that whole
hasn't
Applebee's
changed.
song.
Oh, that ain't country music.
Like, for the love of God, stop making commercialization country music. My Chevy truck,
Which is
Kermit the
just-
Frog singing about his 20s on his Chevy is not country. I'm sick and tired of that crap.
And what'll never change about country music is your truck or alcohol.
You know what? That's another thing. Okay? Like, seriously, you can listen to Hank Williams, and don't listen to people singing about Hank Williams because they've been doing it for 20 freaking years, and not a single one of them have an ounce of his talent. Okay? That's just the thing. If you mention freaking Bud Light or not Michelob Light, because that's for golfers.
Ultra.
No. I'm sorry, Michelob Ultra. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Bud Light, Coors, Natty Light.
Yeah.
A natty day.
Bush beer.
No. Bush won't ever make it into that because Bush is a white trash beer. Is how
that's
it's
one
perceived.
that's at NASCAR.
Is perceived. Yeah. That's how it's perceived. Now, but whiskey, tequila,
How many viewers?
Chevy trucks, on 20s,
Dirt roads.
listening to old Hank, you will hear any variation of those beers
Yep.
with any of those alcoholic drinks with any kind of trucks up on 20s, and old
Or
Hank
35s.
blasting old Hank. That's the recipe for what makes it as country music, and it's absolutely sickening.
Absolutely. I agree. I say
What about my band? We play country music.
You can play country music, but if you write the crap, don't lie to me and say that it's country.
Well, yeah.
Okay? Hey, this is just a song that fits in between genres. We're really trying to tell you that we're down home folks without saying we're country because we don't want the connotation of being good old boys. I'm from Kansas, but I'm going to sing with the twang because that's what passes for country these days. Like, no, have you heard somebody from Kansas talk before? It's distinctly Midwest. They don't have a twang in Kansas. Oh, Kansas, you're a great state. You have great things, okay?
And we appreciate all of our Kansas listeners.
Seriously, if you ever listen to this and you're from Kansas, I'm not dumping on your state. I'm just dumping on these guys that take on these fake personas.
I'd like to take this time to really thank our German listeners out there. There's a couple.
German
They're all over the globe. There's a couple. Yeah,
Dude, that's lit.
strange. No, yeah, there's one. I think it may just be one that's pretty consistently in Germany.
So, I mean, if you are listening from Germany, if you are a German national or European national, a national
We'd
from a
love to
different
meet you.
country,
Come play D&D with us.
don't even worry about that country discussion because you probably won't even listen. To
As
it.
far as the U.S., New York, Arkansas, Georgia, and then unknown. Well, we got more unknown states.
Is New York, Amanda?
New York is like our top state. No, she doesn't listen to it.
Oh, okay. Dude, I want to shout out to a buddy of mine. I had to work a prom the other day at Haley's school, and had somebody shout out to me. They were like, "Hey, dude, love the podcast." So,
Wait, where
Stevie-
was this at?
At where was it at? I don't know if I want to put this information out there because I'm about to say the person's name.
Oh, okay. Anyway, where did you say you were though?
I was at a prom at Haley's school.
And it did said,
And
"I love the podcast."
My friend Stevie said, "Keep it up." And I just want to say, big
Thanks,
shout out,
Stevie.
Big shout out to Stevie. You're a great guy. Thank you
Wow.
for the encouragement.
That's incredible.
Hopefully you hear this.
I love that. A fan in the wild.
Yeah.
I've yet to experience that except Deb.
Deb
And Ryan, I guess. Ryan enjoyed the
Malachi is a
podcast.
big fan.
Malachi's a big fan.
Yeah, our second best country is Panama. 'Cause no, we've got
We got listeners down at Panama.
in the last year we've had 21 listens from Germany, so we got a German listener.
Oh, man.
We got some from the United Kingdom.
How do you access this information?
Podbean.
How do you tell if they
I'm
listen to
an
more than just
administrator.
one episode? You know what I mean?
How do you tell if what?
I don't think you can.
Like, do these people like
21
listen
listens.
all the way through?
21 listens would essentially be 21 episodes, right? Or
Or the same one more than once. Like, I mean, it could be that.
But who would subject themselves to 3 hours over back and
I don't know.
forth?
I think Malachi's listened to the whole campaign more than once.
Okay.
So.
Well, hey, good for him.
Wow, dedication.
But I mean, I can tell you, like, in a time frame, podcasts are weird. I can tell you in a time frame what our best episode was. So, like, in the past week, more people have downloaded episode 2 than anything else.
Oh, wow.
And then episode 32, which was our last one, that one's tied.
Huh.
It's kind of strange how it works.
I wish there was a way for people to like polls, you know, for like things that they wanted us to do, and then we can like decide whether or not we wanted to or didn't want to do.
Kyle, when are you going to start streaming games? Because I think you are just an electric.
Dude, when I can literally get my wife to get some Wi-Fi. Like, I cannot believe this.
Okay.
I am running off no Wi-Fi.
So it's her fault.
I blamed it on her, for sure.
So, like, wait.
I just think Kyle is just an electric personality.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to stream with you guys. I really would.
Yeah, just you on your own. Just the
Appreciate-
Kyle
I-
stream.
I appreciate that.
Dude.
One creator,
like, this
one
is a-
listener, Kyle.
He'd be like, this is a family-friendly stream. Let me just step off. I've got a like controlled grass fire off the camera here.
It's medical.
He has glaucoma.
All right, on that happy note, we're shutting this thing down.
Oh, we're shutting it down. Not going to the console. Not going.
He said we're not allowed to talk about Elden Ring.
Okay.
I'm so sick of Elden Ring. I mean, Tyrell talks to me about it all the way over here.
Hey, there's Ryan.
And especially when the best game of all time just came out like 2 weeks ago in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
That's the best game of all time?
So good, man.
That's the hill you're going to die on?
So good.
You're on the 101 Dalmatians hill? I don't want to hear it.
That was just a demo, and that was a sweet memory. No, it was.
Did you pause this yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I really.
Tiny Tina's really good. Everybody needs to try it. Also come watch it.
Dude, I would have to strongly agree. I just tried it at Cess yesterday.
So good.
Man, or 2 days ago.
It's the best Borderlands game. Hey,
I definitely want to turn on the.
I think Borderlands is better.
Borderlands, the 1? 2?
2
3?
and 3 are better.
I like the first one better
I
than
like
the
the
second.
add-ons to Borderlands 1. The zombie one?
Definitely better than Tiny
The zombie one?
I just think mechanically it's better.
I think
the spells are cool.
I think visually I prefer Borderlands, but I mean I'm enjoying the spells. I was very jealous of that freaking meteor spell you had. I was just like, we're level 3. How do you have that?
That's a company, I
It's
think.
awesome and killed things.
It was probably
it was-
OP for our level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
But I think that's like one of the spell companies is the one that makes the meteor one.
yeah, it was sweet.
I just had a copper cancel that I just thought of.
What?
I want to cancel any paywalls to get a PS5.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I tried to buy one from Best Buy. You have to join their exclusive yearly club that's $200 a year in order to buy
Have
it.
you joined the PSN one and put in your information for PlayStation?
I don't know if I've joined it, but I put in my information, my PlayStation.
I ended up getting mine through PlayStation, and that's how I got mine.
Oh, you got a random Q one?
I also paid for a Sam's Club.
Ryan Armstrong.
I also paid for a Sam's Club membership, which I mean, I hope I can use, but
You're gonna.
yeah, I guess $45.
Ryan, had I known
ain't
you would
bad
be
at
the
all.
only one not here for Satan Common, I would have told you to be here for Satan Common. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say? Okay.
He's whispering.
Hey, just make sure you sprechen the
You're not
Deutsch
like-
because there's a few German listeners.
Okay, now are we shutting it down?
I guess so.
Okay, check out Tiger Skull RPG. Also check us out on Twitch
Stay tuned for episode 33 of
and Instagram and Facebook
And Twitch.
at the Commoners Official and twitch.tv/Commoners of D&D.
Later.